Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, I am Sandy, and I just wanted to do a little catch-up video on what I have been up to. I've been out of town for about 10 days, and my husband and I, we went out to visit my daughter who lives in LA, and we just had a really lovely time. I'm gonna post more about it over on my Patreon, so if you're interested to hear a little bit more about our trip, then definitely check that out. You can join for free over on my Patreon. But I thought I would share with you, when I travel, I do try to take a little crafting supplies with me, and I like to bring, this is my mini, I kind of call it my art journal, and I'll show you a couple of the pages that I made while I was out there, and a few other little tags and things like that. And then this is my latest journal that I'm using to journal in. So this is a charm that I made for my patrons for the month of September. This was at my journal tier. And I just love it so much. I made an extra one, and I included it when I went out to travel. And I really like this journal. I picked it up in Sagatuck, Michigan. And, oh no, I got it all twisted up here. There we go. And I really just was so taken by the cover of this journal. These are all kind of stitched, like she did some extra stitching detail, and I just thought that was really clever. And then I picked this up at TJ Maxx. It just clips right on, so it holds my pen. So yeah, I was gonna go back to TJ Maxx to see if they have more, and you know, I never went back. And then I bought these pens at TJ Maxx also, little mushroom pen. But I've been using this as kind of a journal that I'm writing in. So I have a few of our ephemera bits. So this is a museum we went to when we were in LA, and we took the metro. So just kind of stuck some different things. Here's a ticket to the zoo. We went to the zoo. So I want to add these things in here. But you can see I've been doing some journaling in here and getting back into the habit of doing some writing. And this paper is just really nice. It almost feels silky. It's crazy. And I'm sure it's probably good for watercoloring as well, or sketching. But I just wanted to show I brought that. And then I brought my art journal, and I always will bring these little scissors with me. I bring my glue stick, and I bring my little bottle of reptile glue. And then I'll bring a few of my little ink daubers, and I'll bring kind of the basic colors. Like I bring vintage photo, and then I brought a few colors that I'm kind of really into right now, like ripe persimmon and wild honey. And I brought, I think, iced spruce. So I brought just a few colors in case I wanted to do any inking. And then I have a few of these little fun little bags that I've picked up over time. And I will fill these up with those items I just mentioned. But I also will put some stencils. I have some smaller stencils, and then some smaller stamps that I like to bring, and then some washi tape. And then I'll bring a packet. I'll bring a packet of scraps. So I'll just grab a bunch of different scraps and bring those. And then I'll put together a little packet of just different little stickers and die cuts and scraps of paper and things like that. And I'll either put these into a container like this, or another one of those little bags. And it's just a fun way to, if I have a few minutes, to do some either art journaling or decorating, things like that. And I think it's fun. and it fits in my carry-on bag quite well. So while I was there, like I said, I brought some washi tapes. And so these are a few of my new washi tapes that I got from Journal Say. And so I thought I would do swatches of them so I could see. And this one is actually a white lace, but I inked behind it because I wanted to see what that would do to it. So they're really nice washi tapes. And then this washi tape here, it's all individually die cut little, you know, safety pins, paper clips, push pins, little paper holders, things like that. And I think those are so cute to add a little accent. And then, so I just did a little collage on this page here. So my daughter wanted to make Christmas cards this year. She normally would make them when she would come in to town for the holiday, but that doesn't give her a lot of time. So I actually bought her, there was a couple sheets from scrapbook.com that she liked. And then I brought like a Christmas stamp, and I have some like plaid Christmas paper, so she could work on her Christmas cards. So while she was doing that, I did this page, and then I also did this page here. And so you can see the different stencils and stamps that I used in the background. And then these are just of the little scraps that I had in this little plastic container here. And it's just whatever is in there, you know. If it's gotten really low, then I'll restock it. And then on the airplane on the way home, I did this page here. And this is an ink sprayed tiny little index card that I had sprayed, and I threw that in here. So that was fun, just kind of doing a little something on the plane. And then I also, one night we were at her place, I did a couple tags. So this tag, I had already ink sprayed it. And so I picked up these little strips here from Journal Say, and these little lady stickers. And so I thought that would be fun to decorate this tag. I also will bring like some little fabric scraps with me. And so this was a little scrap of lace, and just layered that up. I think that turned out really cute. And then here's, this is another sticker that I got from Journal Say. And I have a whole haul video on these items that I got from Journal Say if you want to see them. But this tag, this was a tag I had made with antique ledger paper. So I just did some inking around this sticker once I put the sticker on, and inked around the edges. And then this is a bird that I had die cut out of some Yupo paper. I did some alcohol inks and then die cut out the little birds. And then I just built a little cluster of some fabric, some cheesecloth, and then a little label, a couple little labels. But I love how that turned out as well. And then this one, I had brought this leaf stencil. So I did a little bit of stamping in the background. Again, it was an antique ledger paper tag. And then with the stencil, I just went through with my blending brushes, with these guys here, and just did some different colors of the colors that I brought. So you can see the vintage photo, and then the ripe persimmon, and the wild honey. And then I did bring a red. I think I brought fired brick, I think was the other red that I brought. But it was fun being able to just pull out, and these were great. Like, I couldn't overthink it, right, because my supplies were limited. So I really like that idea of just kind of playing with it and not worrying too much about what the end product is going to be, just kind of having a little bit of fun. And so I think these turned out really cute. Like, I had these little fairy pieces in there, so kind of made a little fairy theme. This is another Journal Say product. So those were fun. And then from a scrappy perspective, I then had a bunch of these scraps, and I just grabbed a whole bunch of these little pieces from that I got from Journal Say. And so I just thought I'd make some little edge paper scraps. So let me show you what I mean. So these would just attach on the edge of a page. And so I could add more layers to these when I go to use them. Or I could put a focal point on top of these. Like I could put like a, you know, a milk bottle cap or something like that. Or a sticker. And so these are just some of the different ones that I made with different scraps. And these pieces I got all from Journal Say. And I really like, you know, this combination of just taking scraps. And this is like a sticker that looks like a ruler. But look how cute those will look on the edge of a page. And we'll just, like, you could add a pretty little flower on here. I don't know if I have anything in here. Like we could add a little flower and then find a little pretty little bead to put in the middle of that. So I like that these are partially finished, and then I can take them the rest of the way when I'm ready to. And I can make them a little bit skinnier if I want to, or I can add additional layers. Like, you know, maybe I want to add, I could add a little bit of this brown paper on the back of this if I want to, you know. So you can make them a little bit thinner, or you can add additional layers. Now this one here, I just took some of the edge of a notebook page and put that on there. And then here's one with some ledger paper. And yeah, I love all these little pieces that I got from Journal Say. And this is just a piece of scrapbook paper, and then I layered that on top of that. And here's this one. I really like the book page with that. And I could even tear along the edges of this coffee dyed paper if I want to add a little something to that. And then this one, I might want to make that a little bit skinnier. I could run these through the sewing machine as well. But so what I did is I laid out these strips that I got from Journal Say by color. And then I had my little scraps of paper, and I just kind of I would grab like this green ledger paper. And so then I would gravitate towards these green pieces. And then I thought we add the book page there. So it's just kind of, and like with this one, there's blue in the ledger paper, and there's also kind of like a red pinky line. So I thought this one with the blue and the pink would work well. So I just kind of looked at what colors looked good to me. And I did staple them, and that way it'd be quicker than having to glue all the pieces down. And this one honestly could go either way, which I think is really cool. And these are two different colors of pink dyed paper. But I really like how these turned out. And they came together so quickly. So now I kind of have them in my stash. And again, this one could go either way. And if I don't like the white on this, I could ink that up and kind of give it a little softer color. But for now, you know, I'll leave it till I figure out what I want to use. And yeah, I just thought that was so fun. So it was a really great trip. We got to do a lot of fun stuff. Her boyfriend, his parents live up near San Francisco. So we got, they came down just for a couple days over the weekend. So we got to meet them, and we had a really fun time. Had a lot of fun food, and just did a lot of fun, you know, just fun stuff. There's so much stuff to do around LA, and did a lot of outdoor activities. And so we had a really good time. But I just wanted to show you kind of what I usually take with me. These are the stamps I usually like to take, are my classic go-to stamps. I love this stamp right here. And then these are a bunch of numbers and letters, Tim Holtz. And then this is my favorite script stamp. I have that linked down below. And then this one's just fun with the little postal. I got this from Your Creative Studios. And yeah, so I'll bring those, and then I'll bring, mostly it's like Dilutions and Tim Holtz stencils that I like to bring. But yeah, just wanted to kind of pop on, say hello, let you know I'm back, and kind of just share with you some of the fun little pages that I made while I was out traveling, and just had a really, really fun time. So I will see you all in the next video, and y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.